Hi friends, good morning. This is Dr. Harinath Reddy, Director, Shankaranaya Study Circle. Today in this particular video, we will discuss about what is intellectual property, what are the different types of intellectual property. So this is one of the topics in our syllabus for Appsc Group 1 Mains exam in paper 5. So paper 5 of Appsc Group 1 Mains exam, it deals with the science and technology. The last chapter, it deals with intellectual property rights. So let's get started. What is intellectual property? Intellectual property, it refers to creations of the mind. Creations of the mind, and it can be in several forms, like a creation of mind an intellectual property, it is a creation of the mind, and the creation of the mind can be in several forms. It can be an invention can be a device, product, or even process. It can also be literary and artistic work. It can also be design and symbol. It can also be the names and images used in commerce. So intellectual property can take many forms. It can be invention, it can be literary and artistic work, it can be design, it can be symbol, it can be name, and it can also be image used in commerce. And intellectual property is protected in law. For example, we have a number of legislations passed by the Indian Parliament for protecting the intellectual property, like the patents, copyright, and trademarks. So these intellectual property enable people to recognition or financial benefit from what they invent or create. So the one who is responsible for creating the intellectual property, he can get reputation as well as recognition, and he can also take financial benefit by going in for commercialization of the things which he has created. And during that process, a fine balance will be struck between the interests of the innovators and also the larger public interest. So thereby, the intellectual property system aims to foster an environment in which creativity and innovation can flourish. Simultaneously, there will be an opportunity for the creation of wealth and prosperity. Now let's move to the types of intellectual property. One type is copyright. Then what is a copyright? So copyright, it is a legal term. Copyright is a legal term, and it is used to describe the rights that creators have over their literary and artistic works. If a person is responsible for creation of a certain kind of literary and artistic works, and the rights which this person enjoys over those literary and artistic works, they are called a copyright. And these works can take any form. It can be a book, it can be a kind of music, painting, sculpture, film, computer program, database, advertisement, map, and technical drawings. So copyrights can take any of these forms. So the rights which the inventors or creators will have over literary and artistic works, they are known as copyrights. And then what is a patent? Patent is another kind of intellectual property. A patent is a right. A patent is an exclusive right. What kind of right? An exclusive right granted only for an invention which is a product or a process, in general, a new way of doing something. So if a person is responsible for creating or inventing a product or a process which is a new way of doing something, then it is called a patent. It is called a patent. Then trademark. So trademark is yet another form of intellectual property. And a trademark, it is a sign. For example, if you take the Apple products, especially the electronic devices, they carry a sign or a symbol which is called a trademark. So a trademark is a sign. It is a symbol capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one enterprise from those of other enterprises. That is a trademark. A trademark is a sign. A trademark is a sign. What is the use of this sign? The useful purpose which this sign does is distinguishing the goods or services of one enterprise from those of other enterprises. Then the next form of intellectual property is industrial design. So an industrial design constitutes the ornamental or aesthetic aspect of an article. Industrial design, it may consist of three-dimensional features such as the shape of an article, or two-dimensional features such as patterns, lines, or color. So an industrial design is a form of intellectual property which can be of three-dimensional or it can be of two-dimensional, and if it is two-dimensional, it can be in the form of a pattern, it can be in the form of lines, it can be in the form of color. And industrial design constitutes the ornamental or aesthetic aspect of an article. Then yet another form of intellectual property is geographical indication. A geographical indication is again a sign which is used on products that have a specific geographical origin. Here the key word which is important for this form of intellectual property is specific geographical origin. So if there is a product which has got a specific geographical origin, and if it is famous because of its geographical origin, then if that product is represented through a sign, then that is called geographical indication. So the qualities, characteristics or reputation of the product should be essentially due to the place of origin. So a geographical indication is a form of intellectual property which has connections with a geographical region. So if the characters, qualities or reputation of any particular product is because of its link to a particular geographical region, then the sign which is used for these products, it is called geographical indication. So here there is a clear link between the product and its original place of production. For example, Banginpalli mango variety from the state of Andhra Pradesh, it was given geographical indication. Then yet another form of intellectual property is a trade secret. Then what is a trade secret? Trade secrets is again one form of intellectual property on confidential information. Trade secret, it is a form of intellectual property which refers to confidential information, and this information can be sold or it can be licensed. And to qualify to be eligible for being a trade secret, the information must be commercially valuable. Commercially valuable in the sense it shall be possible to commercialize it and create wealth and prosperity, and it must be known only to a limited group of persons. That is trade secret. So the unauthorized acquisition, use or disclosure of such a secret information, the unauthorized acquisition, taking over, using it, disclosure of such secret information in a manner which is contrary, which is opposite to honest commercial practices by others, is regarded as an unfair practice and it will be a violation of the trade secret protection. So these are the various forms of intellectual property worldwide recognized, and that's it about what is intellectual property. and the various kinds of intellectual property. Thank you.